Okay, Sapnum fellas, forgive me if my voice sounds a bit off today. It's late, I'm tired, there's a heat wave going on in the UK right now, everything sucks, but, today, I'm just gonna be ranking all of the, returning Pokemon in DLC 1. And putting them on a tier list. But yeah, not really much to say about that, like, other than that. We are getting some cool mons back, and I just wanted to give you all a rough idea of just how good some of them are gonna be. So, first of all, we're gonna be slapping Arbok in C tier. Having Intimidate's always good, and Arbok has the added benefit of having both Intimidate and Glare. Glare is an absolutely insane move, 100%, but it's basically, the paralysis version of Spore, and it's got a pretty decent speed stat. Let's get you to level 50. Do you hit 155? You do not, okay, 139 it is. And it's got a pretty decent attack stat. You can go Jolly. Where's Jolly? Here's Jolly. You can go Jolly. And go like Glare. You got Poison Jab? You can do like a Poison Jab. Go Gunk Shot. What else do you get? Earthquake. You get Haze. That's pretty cool. Do you get Taunt? You don't get Taunt, okay. Switcheroo could be pretty interesting if it keeps that. Fisher? What's Fisher doing there? Leah is interesting. Rain Dance, like some of the, weather moves. Yeah, it's not like up here with, you know, the actually good mons. It's I'm gonna make it clear now, it's not that good, but it gets some good tools to the point where it's not 100% unusable. Next is gonna be Clefairy. I'm gonna be putting Clefairy in S tier. This mon is stupid. By stupid, I mean actually really good. Slap an Eviolite on there. Gets Friend Guard. 70, 48, 65 isn't the worst when you have Eviolite. And it gets Follow Me. It gets Helping Hand. It gets Life Dew, if it keeps that this generation. You know, Clefairy has always been probably one of the best support Pokemon in VGC. So, Clefairy is going to continue doing what Clefairy does and do Clefairy things. Next is going to be Clefable. Probably going to put Clefable... I think it's either top of B or bottom of A. I'm going to go bottom of A for now. Clefable, I'm not 100% sure what Clefable does in VGC. I know it's good. It gets Unaware. And I know it has been used in the past. What's your base? It only has base health 483. That's surprising. I know people have used it in the past. Someone used it with, like, it was mentioned in the how great was Landorus actually video. I don't know what it did then. I just know they used Unaware Clefable. And I know Clefable has been good in the past. I think it does like Calm Mind. Basically, Clefable can do whatever it wants. It gets so many different TMs, it's insane. But, because I don't know what you do, you go at top of B. Next is going to be regular Ninetales. I'm going to put Ninetales at the top of B. Not top of B, just underneath Clefable. It's a base 100 speed mon with Will-O-Wisp. It's a Sunsetter. Gets Heat Wave. It's Overheat. You know, it's a Sunsetter that isn't Torkoal. And that's what Ninetales does. Next is gonna be Alolan Ninetales. Instant S tier, top of S, possibly the best Pokemon returning in DLC 1. Let me show you Alolan Ninetales, right? Let me get you to level 50 again. Okay, so Snow Warning Mon gets Aurora Veil. Fairy typing already makes it good. It can now no longer be weak to Steel or Fire if it wishes so. Actually good stats compared to Abomasnow. Base 109 speed. Gets Encore. But like, that bulk, right? 73, 75, 100. That 75 defense is getting boosted by 1.5 times in the snow. Special defense is already really high. Then both again boosted even more by Aurora Veil. I think Ninetales, like Alolan Ninetales being added, single-handedly changes the meta. Because it's gonna make so many teams, like, that much bulkier. And, like, with the buff that the Ice type got this generation, with Snow, it's just, this thing's gonna be incredible. Again, possibly the best Pokemon returning. Next is gonna be Poliwrath. I'm not 100% sure what Poliwrath does in VGC. Swift Swim, I guess. Decent bulk, 90, 95, 90. Attack is kind of middling. What's your BSD actually? I'm curious. Hang on. 510, okay. Yeah, it does get Swift Swim. It does get Water Absorb. It gets Close Combat. Waterfall, I think. Yeah, Waterfall. It might get Wave Crash. That might be a thing it has going for it. It does get Hypnosis. Hypnosis in the rain might actually be, like, really funny. No, not Timid. Adamant. Not Adamant. Jolly, there we go. You don't even hit 139, okay. I don't think it's gonna be that great, but it's not awful. It does get Belly Drum. That's a thing that's going for it. You can go Belly Drum in the rain. Overall, not great, but better than Arbok, I think. Next is gonna be Politoed. Welcome to S tier. Politoed has the added benefit of being a rain setter that isn't Pelipper. In VGC, it's normally the staple rain setter when Kyogre's not around. It does get Helping Hand. I remember people ran Parasong on it. Does it get Fake Out? It doesn't get Fake Out. Scald. I know Scald's returning. I don't know what else you did other than just be like a good rain setter that isn't Politoed. You get Fisher for some reason. Do you get Haze? You do get Haze, okay. So it's got that going for it. 90, 75, 100. Not terrible bulk. You know, it's gonna actually be living some hits, unlike Pelipper. But just a generally, like, really good Pokemon. And, again, we finally have a rain setter that isn't Pelipper. Politoed's normally good anyway. So, yeah. Next up is gonna be Snorlax. Now, I think Snorlax is gonna be at the tippy top of B. Because I would put it in A, if... hang on. So we look at Snorlax, right? It's very clear this thing is supposed to be a Trick Room attacker. You know, 160, 110 in HP and special defense is outstanding. It's let down a bit by its defense. But the thing is, right, because when you look at Gluttony, this Pokemon eats berries at half of its max HP, or less instead of the usual quarter max HP. So you give this thing like a Figgy Berry, and give it like Belly Drum. It's all set for a sweep. I think you paired it with Mimikyu. It was called Mimilax. Then it was used similarly in Dynamax formats. But now it's just outclassed in terms of like a normal type Trick Room attacker by Ursaluna. Yeah, Ursaluna has kind of put it out of a job. But you know, again, not awful, not awful. I think I'm kind of debating between bottom of B and bottom of A, top of B, bottom of A. I think I'm gonna keep it at the bottom of B for now. Not bottom B. Damn it, top of B for now. Next is gonna be Furry. That makes me sad. This Pokemon is not good in the slightest. We look at his stats at level 50. Awful. We look at its abilities. Runaway has 0 competitive use. Frisk has 0 competitive use now because it's open team sheets. So it can only run Kenai, which is a bad ability. What do you get? You get Follow Me. You get Baton Pass, I guess. You get Knockoff. Trick is something. But you can see that like I'm struggling. I'm struggling to think of like an actual use for Ferret. I love this Pokemon so much. It's probably my favorite normal type. Farigiraf is my my favorite Psychic type. But yeah, this just makes me sad. Ferret is god awful. I hope it gets an evolution in the future. Next is gonna be Noctowl. It's going below Ferret. Does it go below Ferret? Never mind, you have to go above Ferret, because Noctowl can actually do something. It gets a Tailwind. It gets Hypnosis. It gets... Do you get Taunt? You don't get Taunt. What do you get? Because you're a special attacker. You can probably go like Tailwind, Hypnosis. Hurricane can work. Air Slash can work, because I think it gets that. Yeah, it does. Nightshade. Some other things. But because of Tailwind and Hypnosis alone, that automatically puts it above Furry. It's not good. But I guess it's not the worst thing out there. Next gonna be Mightyena. Well, good. Welcome to the D tier squad. Let's look at the stats. Let's look at the stats, right? It's an Intimidate user, sure. It's got Moxie. Unfortunately, its stats are god awful, and Intimidate is the only thing it has going for it. It doesn't get like Glare or anything. Oh Jesus! I'm assuming you get Taunt. Yeah, you get Taunt. Sucker Punch, sure. Okay, those things are actually they're actually convincing me. Poliwrath. To get to the bottom of C. I guess it's not unusable. Never mind, yeah it is. Arbok at least had usable speed. Next gonna be Shiftry. Probably between these two. Shiftry is one of the Sun abusers of all time. You can go Timid. Still don't hit 155, so you're gonna have to go 139. Now, you may look at the stats and go, oh, its attack is higher, so you should use that. Wrong, because it gets Leaf Storm. And it gets Heat Wave for some reason. And it gets Fake Out, that's the thing I was going for. And that's about it. Does it get Taunt? Doesn't even get Taunt, okay. Does it get Tailwind? It does get Tailwind. So that's the thing it does have going for it. overall, not terrible. Honestly, probably better than Poliwrath. Not completely unusable. Is it bad? Yes. Can it work? Also yes. If, you know, you're insane enough to use it. Next gonna be Crawdaunt. Gonna slap you there. Possibly better than Shiftry, because 120 attack is really good. And then the speed says, oh, that you can use that as a Trick Room one, and it gets adaptability. You can slap like Crab Hammer on there. That's a base 2, because of adaptability, that's a base 200 power water move. Slap knockoff on there, get a Sword Stance off. Slap on Protect, boom, you're set. Oh, unfortunately, it is outclassed in Trick Room by big man Ursaluna here. So, and also it is just insanely frail. 63, 85, 55. Adaptability and its base attack is all it really has going for it. And while those are strong arguments, it's not a strong Pokemon. Next could be Milotic, the first A tier. Because Milotic is, quite frankly, comically bulky. 9575, 9579, 125. Slap that on a team with Alolan Ninetales. Slap on competitive. You have a bad matchup to intimidate, just slap a Milotic on there. And you can go like Scald and Ice Beam and Terra Blast Grass, actually. The Terra Blast Grass, and then you can go Protect or like Life Dew, and you could honestly, you have a choice. You can either slap on Leftovers or you can slap on an Expert Belt, because these 3 moves hit more than half of all the existing Pokemon in the game. So, you know, that's an upside. So, yeah, Milotic has been known to be good. But yeah, first A tier, get on in there. Dusklops is going in A tier, not because it's good, like no, not because it's like really, really good, but because it's better than everything else. Dusklops. Slap on an Eviolite right there. Comically bulky, 40 for 130, 130. Those 130 defenses are getting boosted. It is forced to run pressure now, since in an open team sheet format, Frisk is basically useless. You go Pain Split. You go Ally Switch if it still gets up this generation, which it might get taken away from it. You go Trick Room. And you go, I think it's either Will-O-Wisp or Nightshade. Nightshade is a good way to just deal a set amount of damage. It does suffer from Dynamax no longer being like a thing, but also like it's hard for Dusklops to be bad, because again, comically bulky for that not physical attacker, comically bulky Trick Room setter. It's just hard for it to exist when Cresselia exists at the same time. Next is going to be Dusknoir. Basically, just Dusklops but worse, because you can't slap on an Eviolite. It doesn't get Iron Fist for some reason. It's basically Dusklops, but frailer and with a decent attack stat. But the thing is, why would you be using the attack stat when like Dusklops doesn't? It's not good. Don't use it. I guess it's not awful. Yeah, you stay below Arbok. There's gonna be Chimecho. You do nothing. These are mighty NL level bad stats. You get Levitate. You get Trick Room. You get Yawn. What else do you get? Heal Bell. That's a thing. Trick. I'm struggling to think of things you do, Chimecho. You probably go below Do you go below Noctowl? Where's Noctowl? Hang on. Let me compare the stats. They're roughly similar. Chimecho seems to be bulkier overall. Noctowl has no good abilities for what it does. Well, I guess Insomnia is good because it can't get spotted. I'm having trouble deciding between Chimecho and Noctowl. I'm just gonna slap Chimecho above Noctowl because I like it more. Next is gonna be Torterra. What does Torterra do? Well, it dies to ice types. That's what it does. But now that can be solved with the simple click of either Terra Water or Terra Fire. You can go Shell Armor. You can go Wood Hammer. Good matchup into Urshifu. It got Headlong Rush in Pokemon Legends Arceus. It gets Wide Guard. At base 56 speed, you can slap it in a Trick Room. Really good bulk, 95, 105, 85. Not completely awful, not completely unusable. Probably at the top of C tier. There's gonna be Infernape. Now, Infernape, you run Focus Sash. That's Focus Band. You run Focus Sash. Because this one's frail. And you go like close combat and you go Overheat and it gets Fake Out and it gets Taunt. You know, it does all that. It's a fast Fake Out user with a good offensive typing. You can go like Naive. And then a boom and a boom. Or you could go the other way around. Or you could just go squiggly lines for some reason. Don't know why you'd go squiggly lines on this. Doesn't benefit from the bulk at all. Unless you just want to go equally in on both of its offenses. Instead of having one stat higher than the other. The benefit alone of being a fast Fake Out user easily puts it in like B. Probably below Ninetales. Below or above Ninetales, because Torkoal's already good. And Ninetales is already outclassed by its Alolan counter. Yeah, it's gonna be above Ninetales. Next is gonna be Empoleon. Now, I've been saying this. Nobody's believed me. And I don't blame them, because this mon is not that good. But it's a Defiant user with Wave Crash. You got Wave Crash in Legends Arceus. You can run a Wave Crash, Aqua Jet, Swords Dance, Protect. If only this thing got a usable speed stat. Doesn't even hit 139. You can hit 107 and that's it. Probably do that with Adamant. Yeah. And then whoop. And then boom, boom, boom. There's your Empoleon spread. It's got pretty decent bulk. 84, 88, 101. Is it good? No. Is it interesting? Most definitely. Get in the C tier. Next is gonna be Ambipom. Ambipom is like Infernape, but worse. It is faster than Infernape, and it gets Fake Out. It just doesn't have the really good offensive typing Infernape has. And I don't know what else it does. Gets Tail Slap with Technician. Tail Slap loaded doesn't need loaded dice. It has skill link, but also Technician loaded dice. Tail Slap. Get in the C tier. Next is gonna be Yanmega. Before I decide to play, I'm gonna see what Yanmega does. Speed Boost and Tinted Lens are both incredible abilities. Good speed, good special attack. You can go like a modest set. You can easily hit 139, right? Yeah. You can go modest with Tinted Lens, slap on a Life Orb, give it Bug Buzz, give it Air Slash. What status moves do you get? Slap on Hypnosis. Slap on Detect. Boom, there's your Yanmega. Speed boost with Hypnosis. Don't do that, because, like, just use a Spathra. Get above Ambipom. Next is gonna be Gliscor. Now, my copium is telling me to put it around here. And I'm gonna listen to it, because Gliscor is funny. You can go Poison Heal with a Toxic Orb. You can give it, like, Earthquake or something, and it gets Tailwind and natural access to knockoff. It can be a bulky support Pokemon. That's what it can be. Because this bulk is pretty good. 75, 125, 75. All of your stats end in 5. Yeah, Gliscor, notoriously not as good in VGC as it is in singles. But also, it's cool, I love it, and my copium is telling me to not put it in C tier, so I'm not putting it in C tier. Next is going to be Mamoswine, get in the A tier. Now, Mamoswine, I'm not going to go into too in-depth about Mamoswine, I already talked about that in one of my older videos. But, you know, slap on a loaded dice, give it Icicle Spear, Ice Shard, probably getting Headlong Rush, because of reasons I already stated in the past. Give it Protect, immune to Intimidate, good stats, boom, you got yourself a good Pokemon. Next is going to be Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr, notoriously good in VGC. Won Worlds 3 years in a row. Guts, Sheer Force, and Iron Fist have all been used. Guts Flameo is a thing. Guts Assault Vest is a thing. Assault Vest Iron Fist is a thing. Sheer Force Life Orb is a thing. It's not like a Snorlax situation where it's outclassed by the other Guts Trick Room Pokemon. You can go, like, Brave Nature, but also, this thing has priority in Mach Punch, and Close Combat, and do you get Bullet Punch? You don't get Bullet Punch. You get any Steel-type move? Hidden Power Steel, okay. Ghost? Hidden Power Ghost, okay. So you can't hit Fluff super effectively. But you do get Rock Slide. Get in the A tier. Now next is going to be Chandelure. A little bit of the Chandelure. Chandelure is strong. It normally goes, like, I think it normally goes Trick Room in prison sets. But nah, I'm using it with a Life Orb. I'm going Terra Grass Flash Fire. Goes crazy. You can go Heat Wave, you can go Shadow Ball, you can go Energy Ball. You can go either Trick Room or Protect. I'm running this thing in Tail Room because it's got that perfect speed tier. The Chandelure get in the A tier. Next is going to be Mandibuzz. Now, Mandibuzz is good. Overcoat is a good ability. And then you can go like Foul Play, Tailwind, Taunt. What else do you get? Knockoff. Roost. Snarl, that's the other one. Snarl. Mandibuzz. We already knew it was good in the past. It's been used in the past. 110 HP, 105 defense, 95 special defense, insanely bulky. Offenses aren't great, which is why you run Foul Play and Snarl. You know, and it's got a good typing. It's immune to Prankster Taunt, it's immune to Spore. So, you know, getting the 8 here. Next is going to be a Trevenant. Now, Trevenant, Natural Cure and Harvest are its only abilities, because, once again, Frisk is useless. Probably might just go Harvest. With, like, Biggie Berry. It is a Trick Room set that's immune to, Spore. You know, gets Trick Room. Also gets Trick. It gets Wood Hammer. Gets Sucker Punch. It gets Poltergeist. Because that's a move that's coming back. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be awful. Definitely don't think it's gonna be awful. I think the proper set would be Poltergeist, Sucker Punch, Trick Room, and like Protect or something. But yeah, it just seems like it's gonna be a decent Pokemon to get in the B tier. Next is gonna be Vikavolt. Wait, hang on. Trevenant, you probably go like above Infernape. Get in the B tier. Next is gonna be a Vikavolt. Same special attack stat as Chandelure. Somehow this bug is hitting harder than Fluttermane and Chi-Yu. There was this funny calc Moxie Booster did where Terra Electric Choice Specs. Wait, when Terra. Where's Electric? Here's Electric. A Terra Electric Choice Specs, Thunderbolt, Oko's Fluttermane. Good speed tier for Trick Room. Gets Energy Ball. You can go Terra Electric without any downsides because it already has Levitate. You know, it's a strong Pokemon. Get in the B tier. Next is gonna be Calmu. That was supposed to be a box. Next is gonna be Calmu. Not Regulation DR1, Nat Dex. Now, Calmu is an interesting case, because you can it wants Overcoat, right? Because Amoonguss is doing some moonging this generation. And you can go not Clanging Scales, you can go Clangorous Soul. Then you can go like a physical set with Clear Amulet and Drain Punch. And then you can go like Terra Poison Jab. Or I would prefer to go Terra Steel Iron Head. Because Steel covers all Komodo's weaknesses. And then you can go like Protect. Then there's the special set where you can go like Clanging Scales. Clanging Scales is stupid, it's a spread dragon move with base 110 power, 100% accuracy. Does lower your defense by 1 stage, but like, you're not exactly starved for defense anyway. Yeah, you can go Clanging Scales, and you can go like Flamethrower or something. Or do you get Flash Cannon? You do get Flash Cannon. That's interesting. And I don't know what I am doing with that set. Maybe like Life Orb or something. You'd probably run this thing with Clefable. It also gets a Iron Defense Body Press set. I don't know what it runs in that last slot. It just runs something. Calmu. Yeah, in the 8th here. And then Cramorant is not that good. However, Golden Missile is definitely something. You can use Surf or Dive, and if it gets hit after that, the opponent loses a quarter of their HP, and have a -1 to their defense or guaranteed paralysis, which is stupid. You're gonna like dive. What physical moves do you get? You're gonna dive, Brave Bird, Superpower. Sure, Superpower. And then Protect. Boom, there's your Cramorant. For Funny Factor alone has stopped me from putting you in C, and also that ability is actually pretty good. So, I'm gonna... you go above. You go somewhere here. Now, we are officially approaching spoiler territory. If you don't want spoilers for all of the leaked returning Pokemon, turn away right now. So here are the leaked returning Pokemon. Sandslash, base Sandslash, is it's not very good. Sandrush, I guess. There's a new sand Pokemon. It's not that good. Sandveil, I guess, but you might as well use Garchomp for that. Sandslash just isn't that good. It's very, specially frail. Not really fast enough to take advantage of Sandrush. But also, I like Sandslash, so it's going in C tier. Now, Alolan Sandslash is actually decent. Ice Steel is actually a pretty decent typing. I've already talked about Sandslash in the past, so I'm not gonna go too much into it. I just know that since Alolan Ninetales balance is gonna be everywhere, this Pokemon is like the hardest check to Alolan Ninetales there is. Because it gets Slush Rush, so it benefits off of opposing Ninetales. So, getting the beat here. Next is gonna be Victory Bell. You could be funny and go Weepin' Bell, because Weepin' Bros, we are so back. Now, it's not fast, but it has decent offenses, and it has Chlorophyll, and it has a design that I actually really like, and it gets natural access to Knockoff, and it gets Power Whip. So that's something. Unfortunately, it's like not very good. I'm gonna lump it here. It's probably worse than Shiftry. I like its design more. But I think it's above Poliwrath. Next is gonna be a base Golem. You go Rockhead. Does it get Head Smash? It doesn't get Head Smash. Okay. Probably just go Sturdy, or like Explosion or something. Base Golem just isn't that good in VGC. Because I think in singles it's mainly a Stealth Rock Pokemon. And it uses Earthquake. And for some reason it gets Sucker Punch. But other than that, I don't see what you're doing. Getting the C tier. Now, Alolan Golem probably isn't much better, but it's certainly funnier. Because Galvanize, Pokemon's normal type moves become electric type and have 1.2 times power, right? Uses Thing and Trick Room, an electric type explosion, and also Rock Slide, and also like electric type double edges, you know, an actually good wild charge. Yeah, you can slap like a Life Orb on it, or maybe even a Choice Band. Do you still get Sucker Punch? You do not, okay. And you can run like... I'm assuming you're gonna get Stomping Tantrum. Well, like, Volt Switch, that's a thing. And, you know, its attack isn't unusable. A normal type explosion is like the only thing it's going to be used for, but goddamn, it's funny. You're going above regular Golem. In fact, no, you probably have more use than Crawdaunt. Getting the C tier. Now, Galarian Weezing. Now, Base Weezing. Base Weezing was good because it got rid of Slow Start. It's very specially frail, 65-70. But Neutralizing Gas is an insane ability, whilst Pokemon's active abilities have no effect. Poison is a good defensive typing, and you use like Sludge Bomb, and Will-O-Wisp, and Haze, and Taunt, and that's what Weezing did. And it just sat on the field for as long as possible. Ability alone probably puts it in S tier. I'm torn between S tier, like bottom of S, and top of A. I'm probably gonna go top of A, because it's just too specially frail. Very good ability though, and Galarian Weezing is gonna go just under it. Because it does the same thing as Base Weezing, but with, it doesn't get Moonblast, but with Dazzling Gleam. And now it's weak to Steel. Or, we finally have a Misty Surge user, and you can use Misty Explosion. It's kind of just a worse Weezing. I'm kind of debating putting it in A. Probably like bottom of A. Next gonna be Ariados. Now, I love Ariados, right? But it is not good. However, it does get Sticky Web. So, I know Sticky Web isn't really a thing in VGC, but it can be. Now, CT is getting too crowded. You should probably go like top of D. Now, Magcargo. Now, I can't tell if I'm on Massive Copium, or if I've dove too deep into the mindset of this is funny, but good defense, like its bulk is decent. Flame Body, Rocky Helmet, Terra Grass, or Water, probably Grass, and you can go like Overheat and get Meteor Beam. You don't get Meteor Beam. What rock moves do you get? Ancient Power, you're stuck with that, okay. You can go like, you can eat Will-O-Wisp. Status moves do you get? I swear you used to get Clear Smog. Yeah, you get Clear Smog. Okay, so that's the thing it has going for it. I know I'm on Massive Copium, but I just think it'd be funny getting the C tier. Next is going to be Ludicolo, already in A tier. Now, above... Yeah, it's above Milotic. Ludicolo is always good. Because, you know, Hydro Pump in the rain. It's a grass type, and it gets Fake Out. And it gets other stuff. I think it gets, yeah, Leech Seed. It just does the regular Ludicolo stuff, getting the A tier. Now, Volbeat, for its dead hairline alone, you get a new tier. Die. That's your tier. Your tier is Die for the dead hairline alone. Now, Illumise is what I like to call a poor man's Whimsicott. It gets Prankster, gets Tailwind, gets Encore, gets Charm. Like I said, it's a poor man's Whimsicott. But also, a poor man's Whimsicott, still a Whimsicott. Now, next is going to be Probopass. I don't like Probopass. No, I don't like Probopass. Oh no, a Probopass does. I just know that it's bulky as all hell. And you can click Rock Slide. But at the end of the day, doesn't even get Trick Room. It's not that good. Get in the detail. Now, next is going to be Leavanny. Now, my friend is on massive copium that this thing gets sharpness. Because if it does, that means this Pokemon is actually going to be pretty decent. If it doesn't, going in D tier, probably below Ariados. But if it does get sharpness, put it in. If it does get sharpness, probably put it like here in C, maybe even here in B. Next, gonna be Swanna. Now, Swanna is not very good. Its stats are not very good. But it gets Tailwind. That's Tackle. Gets Tailwind. So that's something. Get in the D tier. Mienshao is a Fake Out user with Inner Focus. That's all you need to know. Get in the A tier. Ribombee is okay. Shield Dust is basically a built-in Covert Cloak. And its stats are not that good, it's very frail. But it does get Quiver Dance. It does get Moonblast and Bug Buzz. So that's something. Get in the C tier. And last is going to be Morpeko. This Pokemon is, again, not good. Very, very low base stat total. Gimmicky ability. Signature move is, actually pretty decent. When Morpeko is hangry, it's a Dark-type move. But also, whenever it uses the move... its speed is boosted by 1 stage. I think it gets Taunt. Yeah, it's Taunt. That's really all it does. Other than that, Morpeko isn't really that good. Get in the D tier. Okay, so, I'm just gonna move stuff around a bit. I think Clefable should probably go around here. The Leavanny in B tier is on the copium that it gets sharpness this generation. Because it might do. I think Dusclops should probably go below Galarian Weezing. Maybe above, actually, because it's still an insanely bulky Trick Room set. Weezing should probably go below Milotic and Chimecho. Chimecho could probably go above Milotic. Ludicolo could probably go above Mamoswine. Snorlax could probably go above Trevenant. And Poliwrath could probably go around here. But other than that, the rest of this all seems fine. So that's gonna be it for now. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for 5 watch, bye.